Right. Is the mic going?
I think we are live. Are we live?
Yeah, camera's going.
Well, not live, but you know what we mean.
And timer is going.
Brilliant. We're all set.
Right, so, hello.
Hello.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, about 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, I'm Jack. If you've got who I was.
Yeah, I'm Callum.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry that we were gone for so long.
Yeah, and the uploading that we did do was a bit all over the place.
Yeah. The main real the main explanation on my behalf is I've had, you know, you're probably fed up of us saying this, but I've had tons of college work. Like I'm in my last year of college,
Yeah.
and this is the year that it counts the most.
Yeah, same here with me.
And I've had so much work to do. I've literally been coming home, having my tea, working on it until like midnight, and going into college the next day, if I can, early to work on the work. And I don't know, it's just I wouldn't say it's taken over my life, but when I've finished the work, I'd rather just chill, like watch YouTube, play a bit of Football Manager or Xbox, whatever. I don't really want to like have to work on something even more, which I know isn't the right thing to do. It's a bit of a bad mentality to have towards YouTube, but you know, and also like coupled with the fact, you know, demonetisation, stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's not really something like, I know it makes us sound like we're annoyed that we're not making money. That's not true at all.
A little bit annoying, but not
Yeah.
massively annoying.
But like, and also we've got a very small fan base. We're thankful for everyone who watches our videos. We really are. But like, it's not, you know, it's not like we've got some like a big group of people always nagging us to do videos. But you know, we're back now, hopefully for the foreseeable future. And it might be a bit more sporadic in terms of when, like, we won't have a video every week. We'll try and do more than we have been. Like, we won't leave it 3 months. Even before we do leave it 3 months, but we'll try not to leave it 3 months again. But yeah, that's really my reason why I've not been doing videos recently.
Short version for me, along with the college work, I've also spent my free time working on the School X stuff. Been working on that for months, so yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, and I've just realised Minecraft Hero. I mean, we really need to get a move on that.
Yeah.
But we've just had other things in the way, like I don't want to say more important things, but things that need to be done first.
Yeah, like the School X thing is the main thing I want to get done. That's almost complete as of this recording.
And like college work, you don't really have a choice when you do that. Is in by a
we've got
certain
set
date.
deadlines.
If you don't get in for that date, then you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for me, everything's been pushed forward a week deadline-wise.
Oh, do you push back?
No, push forward. I've got an extra week to do everything.
So yeah, they pushed it back.
Yeah, push back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because if it's pushed forward, it
Yeah,
means
because
you've got less time.
I got a week off for free for no reason at all. So
Yeah, but I mean, for Callum, he does all his work, all his assignment work, like in lessons, because it's based on the software they have at college.
yeah,
For
Unity
me-
for making games.
For me, I have to do it at home or during bits. Like a few times you get to do it in the week in college, but most of my time, because it's just using Word or PowerPoint, whatever, we have to mostly do it at home. So that gives me less time to work on videos.
Yeah.
But we're working on video now. We're waffling
Yeah.
now. Let's just get on with this.
We'll explain that in further detail in the winter updates, maybe.
Not that we need to give any more any more detail, but we probably will.
Yeah. So we're like 5 minutes into this, and we've barely started on the topic.
We
So
just chat waffle.
right. So the main topic for this Uncut. So it was originally a video that I planned to do like a year ago, but I've just never gotten around to it. Discussing why I've essentially quit FIFA.
Yeah, I mean, quit's probably a bit of a strong word.
I've not completely 100% abandoned it.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not really, you can't really quit FIFA. You just stop playing it, unless it's your actual job. You know, but you'll understand what we mean by that.
Yeah, it's just not something that I play like on a regular basis anymore. I play like 3 games a year maybe at most, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been playing FIFA as much as I used to, like since FIFA 19 came out, because I've been playing mostly Football Manager. But I still play it, I still love the game, you know, still interested in it and stuff like that. So yeah. So it's kind of, I mean, I'll mostly be asking questions, trying to sort of, I'm not gonna say argue against why you should like try and convince him to play it again, but you know, just I'm only going to be asking him questions, sort of picking up on things he's been talking about, and you know, trying to interject as best I can.
Yeah. So let's get started then, I guess.
Yeah. So
So-
why did you quit FIFA? What would be what your first reason as to why?
Well, as a whole, the game has just kind of been going downhill since they added price ranges back in FIFA 15. I'd say. As a whole, it's just gone downhill.
I mean, personally, I kind of disagree with that because I can see why people would say it's gone down. You know, it's ruined the game because there's no trade offers. You can't, you know, sell gold cards for 60 million coins if you lose a game of FIFA. You know, it's not that, you know, you can't do that sort of thing. And wages, you can't really do wage matches and stuff. But it kind of makes it easier for people to buy players because, like, let's say I bought Salah last year on FIFA, and with price ranges I got him really cheap. Like I think it was about 3 or 4k, something like that. But if there wasn't price ranges, because of how well he was doing in real life, people would be whacking him up for like 100, 250k, and players won't be able to use, like players like me who don't buy coins, won't be able to use like players like that. So it kind of helps me in a way like that. So it, you know, it kind of allows people to be able to buy players without having to spend real life money on coins, which is helpful.
I guess over time, price ranges have gotten better.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember when they were first introduced, everybody hated them, and they were just all over the place. But I think, to my knowledge, nowadays they're not quite as bad as they used to be.
Yeah, I think they're much better than they were when they first came in. But I mean, personally, I think they help. They help give a guideline to like players who don't play FIFA as much as to if they get a good player in the pack, how much they should sell them for, instead of going really low, thinking 10k is a good price to sell someone like Rob N, let's say, back in FIFA 17. Whereas, you know, price ranges will actually say the most you can sell him for is 200k, let's say, you know, so they'll know, 200k is the most you can sell him for, I might sell him for like 100k, and actually getting a decent amount than they would if they didn't know how much to sell him for, which I guess is helpful in the respect.
So yeah, besides price ranges, I think one of the main things that I'm not really a fan of regarding FIFA is just how repetitive it is. Like, how do I put this? The setting, for example. I know there's not really much they can do to change the setting with a football simulator game, but it just feels and looks exactly the same every single year for me.
In what way?
Well, as in you're always on constrained to the exact same like pitch, but essentially.
But there's like
I know there's not really
hundreds
anything
of
they can do about
stadiums
it.
at the game. That's the like 100 stadiums in the game.
Yeah, sure, it makes the background look nice,
Like,
but it doesn't actually affect the gameplay itself.
I can understand. I see where you're coming from in terms of like actually playing the game, but the atmosphere, the look of the game, it changes that in my opinion. Obviously, I mean I love football, so I can kind of see this a bit more than someone like Callum who doesn't. But with like Crystal Palace's ground, you actually hear their fans singing proper Crystal Palace chants, like their ultras do in real life. You know, with each stadium, you hear the fans singing the songs that they would sing in real life, and that kind of adds a bit more to me. Like, if you're playing at Selhurst Park with the loud, I know I keep using Selhurst Park, but my friend keeps banging on about how good the atmosphere is there on FIFA 19. It could make it a bit more intimidating in that way, but I can see where you're coming from in terms of the game. It doesn't change like how the match runs.
Yeah, because something that I like with games like Call of Duty, Minecraft, Assassin's Creed, those sorts of things. Whenever you start a new game or a new world or whatever, the map's different. You get a different map or a different world to explore every game, every round you play, whatever it may be. Whereas with FIFA, you're just limited to essentially the same football pitch with a different background.
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't know. It's for me, like, it's more based on the players you use as in like where you play. So if you're using different teams each time, then that could be totally different. Like, because if I'm using England, you know, I'd use a different playing style to I would if I was playing with Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? It makes, you know, the pitch doesn't make the difference. It's more of like how you choose to play with the players, in my opinion.
And that actually kind of leads into another point where all the players feel identical to me. Like, everyone feels like they're running at the same speed. Everyone feels like they've got the same strength.
Have you tried using Michael Dawson with the Forest side? He's got 29 pace and he is so slow. I was playing with Forest last night. I was just doing a friendly against the team we're up against next in the league, which is Villa, and I could definitely tell that he was much slower than Figueiredo, who was next to him, another Forest centre back, or some of the players from the other side. So I mean, I don't know if it's just because I watch football more, I can tell more of a difference, but
it could be the case. And don't forget the backwards team video. Benteke, the striker, was amazing in goal, wasn't he? So
yeah, I think that's just. I don't know if that was just a one-off, but yeah, like if I was to put somebody in goal who's not meant to be a keeper, it would be a lot easier for the opposite opponents to score, obviously.
Yeah, ratings don't seem to make a difference to me either. Like I mentioned pace and strength, but overall ratings don't seem to make a difference to me. Like shooting, passing, dribbling stats, they never seem to make a difference to me.
The overall rating means nothing. It's just based on that's just accumulation of their stats. So like if I was 99 rated with one in every stat, and you were 99 in every stat and one rating, it makes no difference. It's just the number that they give you next to your picture.
But the overall stat is supposed to indicate, well, this player is obviously really good, so use them over this lower rated player.
Yeah, I know, but that's based on their stats, so it doesn't really matter what number they are, what like overall rating they are. It's all based on the stats of the card.
Yeah.
So like with the I mean for me I do tell the difference. I don't know. I know I keep saying this, but I don't know if it's just because I'm used to football. I know a bit about tactics and stuff and how the players actually perform. But yeah, I mean I can tell the difference between pace and strength and stuff. But I don't know if it's just because I play the game more, or if I know them actually like by watching them in real life.
And well, the same sort of thing kind of applies to formations and chemistry. Like to me, the chemistry doesn't seem to matter whether they're on 0 chemistry or 10 chemistry. They always seem to just play exactly the same.
Yeah, I understand that as well. I remember back in like FIFA 14, I think it was either FIFA 14 or FIFA 15, one of the first times I started playing Ultimate Team properly. I had a team. I had one player who was on 3 chemistry. He was like out of position. I think he was out of position. I think he was a striker playing left wing or whatever, with no links. And he was excellent. He was just playing the same as the other players on the side. So I can understand with chemistry, like it doesn't make a difference chemistry wise.
Yeah.
But with like there's a new thing that which you probably won't know about because you don't play FIFA 19. But it's dynamic tactics. So you can actually choose you can choose for your fullbacks to stay higher up when you're attacking, or sit deeper, or like you can choose for your striker to come to the edge of the box when it's a cross, or stay on the centre circle penalty spot. You can choose like if you want your midfielders to go forward when attacking or stay back. So they've upgraded it in that sort of aspect.
Formation as a whole, like no player ever seems to stay in any formation I've ever used. Like they always just seem to run off in random places all over the pitch, and just none of them ever seem to try and stay in formation.
What do you mean?
Well, as in we get players just running all over the place, like in places where they're not supposed to be. Like you get the left, like sometimes I've ended up with the left back up front.
Yeah, but it also depends though, because if your team's on attack, if you're attacking,
even when I don't change like attacking or defensive.
Yeah, I know, but if you
all over the place.
If your team is like with the ball going forward towards the opposition goal, the fullbacks or whatever players are gonna push up to get more players in attack to make it harder for the team to defend against. So I mean, and if say for example if you're playing 4-4-2, you're not going to have like the players aren't just going to stay in their lines of 4 or lines of 2 and just stand where
they're like perfect lines.
Or they're not just going to like stand where they're meant to be because they'll either be caught offside or they need to move to receive a pass or move into space so they can, so there's a player like here, he might have to move out of the way to allow a player to run through. So I mean, even in real life football, like players don't just stand in their position they're meant to be. They'll move about the pitch to try and receive the ball, make it difficult for defence to defend against them, open up channels for other players to run into.
Are they supposed to be like on the opposite side of the pitch where they should be, like a left wing or a left back over on the right side of the pitch? Did it ever get to that level?
It can do in some tactics. Like for example, if you've got a free kick on the left hand side, you might want your right-footed player to take it, so you can get it to curl outwards, and then after the free kick, he could still be there in case the ball comes back to him. You know, it could, you know, it does happen sometimes, but I don't know, not all the time, I guess.
Yeah, like weak and strong-footed, left-footed, right-footed, that never seems to make a difference to me either. Like, I'll be honest, I don't pay too much attention with like which leg a player kicks the ball with, but the few times I have done, it looks as though they just doesn't matter which leg they kick the ball with, it always ends up with the same sort of result.
I mean, I do notice it sometimes, like, if I'm playing with someone and they take a shot with their left foot and their right foot, sometimes it will go nowhere near the goal. But usually, if I shoot, they usually use their strong foot anyway, so it doesn't really seem to have an effect.
To be honest, the only thing that I do seem to notice a difference with is like skill moves.
Yeah.
Obviously, a 3-star skill, I can't do a 5-star skill move. I do notice that does seem to be functional.
Yeah.
But more or less everything else to me just feels exactly the same with every single player, regardless of where they play, what the stats are, whatever. Just feels exactly the same.
Yeah, fair enough. I can see where you're coming from in some aspects. Like, there are some players who shouldn't be as quick as they are or as strong as they are. But sometimes in football, you know, if your player's up for it more than the opponent, they'll get. So, say I'm running against Callum, I might be stronger than him. I don't know if I am, but Callum could be up. Callum could want to get the ball more than me, and he could, you know, try harder, push me out of the way easier if I'm not up to getting the ball as much as he is. So it could be based on that. I don't know.
Could get that happening every now and then, but
Not all the time.
yeah, it shouldn't be happening as often as it does. But yeah, in general, everything just feels the same. Yeah, written in my notes here, comparing it to Assassin's Creed, because that has different settings with every game. You know, like the Third Crusade, the Renaissance, America, Egypt, all sorts of other places. FIFA is just kind of constrained and limited to just football pitches.
So that is football.
Yeah, I know. There's not really anything.
And it's
they
a
can
game
do about it,
based around football. I guess they could add in like street football, like they did with FIFA Street. That could maybe make
yeah,
it.
if they had that as like an optional game mode or something.
That could make it a bit different. But I think, like pretty much football is in the same environment. Like it is just a green field with white lines on it and 2 goals. So it's hard for them to really make much of a difference.
Yeah,
but
I know. It's not something they can really change.
I can
do
see.
too much with.
I can see how it could get boring in the sense of like for someone who's not interested in football as much as me or the average FIFA player. You know, someone who just plays it because they enjoy the game. Let's say, I can see why it could get a bit boring.
Yeah, I mean, I like exploring loads of different locations when I play a game, and FIFA doesn't really have that as a thing you can do. There's not really anything they can do about it.
The closest thing into that is some stadiums have like inflatable objects like off the pitch, so you could, you know, like in one stadium, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's one from America. There's a huge like cola bottle in the corner of the pitch, like it's like inflated.
Yeah.
It's really tall.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I know what you mean.
like that could be one thing to like differentiate it, but that's only rarely happens.
So yeah, setting wise, I get that they can't really change it, but it's just repetitive and it gets boring for me. Player wise, everything just feels the same, but really shouldn't feel exactly the same. Yeah, that's the short version of that. Packs. Let's quickly just sort this out because we're about to run out of space, and then we'll get to talking about packs. So that's always fun. Just looking at my notes, I think after we've talked about packs, I think that might be it.
Okay.
Probably don't want to talk about that bit.
What's
It
that?
doesn't really make sense with the way I've written it, so I think
Alright.
we'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Sorry if you see me look down. I've got the EE Grammarly Cup on. I've got it's F2 against XO. Call on XO. So yeah, if you see me looking at that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've got plenty of game playing. Right, packs. So I don't think I really need to comment on the price of packs, do I?
That is ridiculous. Like the price of FIFA points. I've always said
FIFA
this.
points and packs.
I've always said this. The price of FIFA points is ridiculous.
Yeah. Before EA got all the coin sites shut down, Coins were much cheaper. You could open more packs by spending less money.
But was it illegal to do for coins like
I
stuff?
think
right?
it was illegal.
Yeah.
Well, it was a cheaper option, but it was illegal. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But actually, from what I noticed last year on FIFA 17, FIFA 18, my pack look was actually really good, and I spent nilch. Does that make sense? Basically,
Zilch.
no quid on packs.
Got the timer. There we go.
I spent nothing on packs. Like in the World Cup game mode, I packed like Neymar, I packed Neuer, Mbappe, Griezmann, all of these really good players, and I spent nothing. I spent £0 on coins. So they are kind of doing a good job in terms of making the pack weight better.
Yeah, a little bit better than it used to be.
But I think that might have just been for the World Cup game mode. And also, like, I got knocked out the first round of draft, and I got an inform, so quite a good one as well. I think it's 84 rated, Matthias de Ligt. So, it's good in that way.
But FIFA points, microtransactions, and those are kind of controversial when it comes to microtransactions in games.
FIFA points are just a big rip-off.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to microtransactions, I'm fine with them if the things you can buy are purely cosmetic and if they don't change the gameplay. Like Fortnite with all the skins and stuff.
Well, in your opinion, players don't change the gameplay, so why not just let them run with it?
Kind of goes into the... Yeah, it kind of links in with another thing, but bring that up in a bit. But yeah, like with Fortnite, the skins and all that, they don't change the actual gameplay. Fortnite themselves straight up say in the store, these are cosmetic and do not change the gameplay.
Yeah, just for a bit of fun.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like Fortnite.
I find Fortnite boring these days.
Because they straight up say, you can buy this stuff, it's there if you want it, but it's not going to change the gameplay, it's just going to make it look nicer. Now, when it comes to FIFA, you buy the points so you can spend them on packs, and the main thing you want to get from the packs are the players.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't really care for the stadiums or the kits or the footballs they get in the packs.
I mean, I do, but...
Yeah, there's a few people who do, but for the most part people care more about the players they get in them.
Yeah.
I'm not even too sure if I feel comfortable saying this.
What is it?
Is the way I've written this, it's essentially saying EA are like putting players under like false advertising.
What do you mean?
By essentially saying, like, because they're trying. Just bear in mind, this is just me trying to read my notes that I wrote like a year ago. They basically, or the way I've written it is basically saying, EA advertise players as higher rated equals good. You want to spend money to get the higher rated players, but I've already addressed and said my thoughts on the players not feeling any different.
Yeah.
So it's essentially saying buy these higher rated players even though they're exactly the same as the low rated players. That's basically what I've written here.
I mean, is that basically just opinion? Like, because it's your opinion that players aren't as good as each other?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as good as each other. Like, 99 Ronaldo is as good as, what's his name? That Donny who's like 45 years old defender goalkeeper. Barry Richardson,
Yeah.
that's it. Get it! Sorry.
Someone's scoring.
No, they haven't. Yes! Sorry, the XO just managed to stop an onslaught of attack from the F2. Get in there.
Yeah, that thing about players feeling the same, that's more opinion based. That's not 100% definite fact.
Yeah. But I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but do they actually say the better, the high, like, spend more money to get the high players?
I don't think they've directly said it, but it's kind of implied. Like they always, like you see when they advertise like really good informed in Team of the Week and stuff, and
Yeah.
Team of the Year, Team of the Season, they're advertising all the good players, all
Yeah.
the high rated ones. They're making it seem like you get these, you're going to be awesome at the game. They're really awesome, really fun to play with.
Yeah. I guess it's more of a risk, putting your money into the game, and I don't know, I actually do see where you're coming from, to be fair, but it's just... it's hard to really explain what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, with the players being high rated, it means that they should be good, but maybe maybe is it down to the players' playing style? Like, do certain players, are they good with certain players who play a certain way, or should they just be good for everyone?
Hmm.
I don't know.
So, yeah, it's a bit of a controversial topic, and I don't know.
I think it's one to do a bit more research on.
Yeah, remember, I haven't really looked at this properly for months, so some of this info on here might be a little bit outdated.
Yeah.
I think remember I haven't played FIFA properly for months as well. I think I remember when the last time I played it was.
Probably at my house.
Yeah, it would have been a match of FIFA 18 here at Jack's at some point a few months ago, but
Was it Ivory Coast for your? Not Ivory Coast, was it? Brazil, India?
might have been an attempt at recording that.
Keep your eyes peeled. There might be another one of those coming out for FIFA 19.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I think at least at the time when I wrote all these notes, that was the way I saw FIFA. EA advertised all the high-rated players as really good to try and convince you to spend more money on them. When, in my opinion, in actuality, it's just they're no different to people like Barry Richardson in game.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was trying to get across then.
Yeah, I do agree with you in a way. Like saying, when you say how, for example, like you said, that Barry Richardson could be the same as Ronaldo, but you have to spend more money to get Ronaldo. Like, yeah, I do kind of get that. And that does annoy me. Like, I think FIFA points should they be a thing? Probably not.
If they do have to be a thing, they should at least be cheaper.
Like, I know that they have to do it to make more money. That's one of the main reasons for that's one of the main incomes to EA Sports FIFA is people buying FIFA points. But I don't know. I think it should just be down to coins and actually playing games to earn coins.
Yeah.
Like, and with some games I play, it's like, let's say 10,000 coins equals like 100 FIFA points or whatever, and you can do it like that. Maybe that could be a way of doing it. I don't know, but I just don't think that. I think they should scrap FIFA points because it should just be based down to how well you play the game, based on how much you have and who you can get.
Yeah, you should only be able to buy packs with coins, and you get the coins by playing matches.
Yeah, I think.
So I know you probably should earn a few more coins from playing matches.
Yeah, I agree. I think you usually get, if you don't have any of the boost, it's like 350 coins. If for the boost, it could be like 1.5k, but still, like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not enough for the majority of the players on the market.
And I know that these, with foot champions and squad battles, you can play games and get on the leaderboard. You can get like gold 1, get like, I don't know, 12k, 2 mega packs, which I think I really like that. I'm all for that. I think that's how it should be. Actually, based on your performance, how you play, should be based on how you, what you earn. But then again, people have to pay 70 quid on FIFA points just to get a good team to play in the tournaments, or to play in foot champs or squad battles, which again, I just don't.
I mean, people spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on packs every year, don't they?
Yeah, that's one thing I can agree with you on. Like, FIFA points and microtransactions should be taken out of FIFA, but then you could say, well, that could stop FIFA from being better the next year because they have less money coming in, less chance to upgrade the game. Do you know what I mean? So I think,
unless they, like I said before about the cosmetic stuff, like the stadiums, the kits, and the footballs, those are essentially cosmetic stuff, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because they don't change the way the game is played; it just makes it look nicer.
Yeah, it just changes the way that you see the game.
Yeah. So if they made those purchasable with FIFA points, I suppose that wouldn't be too bad. As long as they were affordable,
Yeah.
I suppose that wouldn't be too bad.
I think maybe another thing that FIFA points could. I think it's a good idea that you can spend FIFA points on foot draft, because you don't, you can. Foot draft is like playing to earn a reward. Like, you're not actually opening packs to get a better team. You're just using the team that the game offers you. So that's not, you can't control. You can't just be like, I'm going to keep going and keep going and keep going just to get a better player. It's what you get given, and you have to play with that team. So I think that's kind of a good usage for it. But I don't know. Maybe FIFA points could be used to buy players on the market. I know this is actually now turning into what FIFA points should be used for instead of why Callum doesn't play FIFA anymore.
Yeah.
But maybe like one FIFA point could be worth like 1,000 coins, and you could like, I don't know, you could, like I said earlier on, you could have the choice to, I don't know, swap you could either earn FIFA points or earn normal coins from playing games or whatever, and they could be used for buying players on the market. I don't know, I'm not really sure about that, but
Yeah, I think the way it should be, you earn coins more than you already do from playing matches. Obviously, the better you do in the match, the more coins you earn. Then you spend coins on players on the market, maybe on packs as well. And when it comes to FIFA points, you should only be able to spend those on the cosmetic stuff like the stadiums, the kits, and the footballs.
yeah,
I think that's the way it probably should be.
yeah. Is that like sort of similar to V-Bucks in a way?
Yeah, I think. Kind of like V-Bucks.
As in the terms of they're only used just for looks as opposed to
Yeah.
affecting the game.
I think that way it might also comply with the gambling laws that were introduced like this year or last year or whenever it was.
Yeah. I think what FIFA did, because my friend put a screenshot in a group chat we have, he was opening packs, I think it was on the web app, and it showed him the percentage of how likely it is to get a certain amount of player, certain type of player.
They had to do that by law. That was part of the gambling laws.
So they are doing something in that respect. But yeah, I mean, let's do a quick overview. I can see where you're coming from in terms of packs and that with the prices of FIFA points, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
With the other ones though, it's purely like based on, it's like, I think it's mainly down to whether you're a big football fan or not, and whether you actually can, what you watch FIFA, watch football week in, week out, and you actually can see the difference between players.
Yeah, I mean, remember, I don't watch football. I don't watch football matches. I haven't been to any football games. Really, the only football matches I've watched have been like the Wembley Cup or the Sidemen charity games.
Yeah.
Those have been the only ones I've ever shown any interest in, to be honest.
No, he didn't even care about the World Cup, which really kind of made me a bit upset, to be fair. Not upset, but a bit like, oh come on man, like it's the World Cup, it's England. Your country are doing the best they've done since 1990. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
To be fair, they did do a good job. It's just not something I have a major interest in.
But me, oh my word, that was the best few weeks of my life. I loved it.
But yeah, because I'm nowhere near as much of a football fan as somebody like Jack,
Yeah.
it could just be down to me just not being able to notice the subtle differences between the players and the environments and all that.
But I can see where you're coming from with some aspects of what you said. Like, some players are better than they should be, some players are worse than they should be. But I don't know whether that's just down to the way that you play or whether they are, it's an actual mistake. But yeah, I can agree with you on some parts of it. Some parts of it I do disagree, but that's the whole point of the debate, I guess.
So yeah, in short, packs and FIFA points, way too overpriced, and I just don't really like the idea of them as they are. And then the actual gameplay is more gameplay preference stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, I think maybe something that could make a bigger impact in the game is SBCs, Squad Builder Challenges, because you actually have to put forward your players in, like some of your players in a way, like you have to put forward a squad of your players in a chance to get better players. So it's kind of that could take over from packs. But again, I think it's too much of a money maker. Like from a business point of view, it's too much of a money maker not to actually, keep doing FIFA points.
Yeah.
Because if they stopped, then it's going to lose them a lot of money.
And yeah, EA are a business. At the end of the day, they do have to make money in some way.
But yeah, I think I can understand where you're coming from, and I do disagree with FIFA points being so highly priced.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got what EA could do. Let's have a look at this then.
Basically. Yeah, on my notes I wrote, what could EA do to improve FIFA? To start with, I'd say make the ratings and stats actually mean something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of more personal opinion than like straight up fact. Remove FIFA points or decrease their price.
Agreed, I do agree with that one.
Increase how many coins you get for playing matches.
Yeah, agreed.
Reveal the odds with packs.
I've done that.
Yeah, I've already done that. And yeah, that's all I've said.
Yeah.
So, Yeah. So one major point we agree on, another major point not so much.
Yeah, but I think it's more like gameplay wise, it's more how much you know football, how much you
Yeah.
understand it, and the other one is pretty much like I think most people would agree with it.
Yeah, I mean, gameplay wise, I prefer games where you can explore things, you got loads of different places to explore, and different ways it can affect the gameplay.
Yeah.
But to me, with FIFA, everything just seems near identical. Every match, every new instalment, it just feels exactly identical to me.
To me, it doesn't seem identical, but that's probably again just based down to how much I can tell the finer details because I know football more than Callum. Not to brag, mate.
It is true, he does.
What can I say? What can I say?
Yeah.
I know my stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I think. Well, that's all I've got written for my notes. So
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We've rambled on for about what?
Over half an hour.
Over half
I
an
think,
hour now. So yeah, probably going to wrap it up now then. I think.
Yeah. So that's been why I quit FIFA in an Uncut.
We're probably going to do more things like this, more sort of. I think we're going to maybe do more like interview-based uncuts. So like where we have one person who is doing the interview, and the other person who's got the sort of thing that the episode's based on.
Yeah. So kind of similar to what we've just been doing.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting for you guys to kind of get an understanding about us more, and it will be easier for us to do videos like more frequently because we don't have to think of things where we both have a common interest in. It's more things where like one of us could kind of gain an interest maybe from what the other person's got to say,
or have some sort of discussion about it.
So yeah, I think this could be the way forward for forestfanjr Uncut.
Yeah. We'll have to give that some thought. Maybe we'll do something similar to that for the next Uncut whenever that ends up coming out.
Yeah, if we can get this one out by the end of this month,
Should be able to.
then next one will be probably Christmas themed.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
I think we said before recording we might try and find some Christmas quizzes or something
yeah,
like that.
I think that could be a fun thing to do. Like sort of, I don't know, what Christmas carol's your favourite or whatever. I don't know, it's a bit tin pot. I don't know, like what Christmas movie best suits you or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
So just a bit trivial.
Yeah, we'll probably find something like that on BuzzFeed or something.
Yeah, pick up BuzzFeed when I need a second channel. So yeah, if you did enjoy this rambly Uncut, then smash the like button.
Yeah, and subscribe is.
Please.
Yeah, we're losing the subs probably because we haven't uploaded properly for months. So if you could subscribe if you haven't already, that'd be great.
And yeah, cheers for watching.
Yeah, and goodbye. Almost tripped up over the chair trying to go up then.
Oh, well done.